In my last video I was scuffing the front of the truck, cab of the truck all up. I got that done, and then yesterday and a little bit this morning, kind of late yesterday, a little bit this morning I was working, fell over, working on the bed of the truck, and I have it all scuffed up. I'm not worrying about inside the bed, the bed liner, which is still out here with some sawhorses in it. That's going to be going back in. So I'm not concerning myself with inside the bed. The only thing I have left to scuff up on the truck is this piece across the front, right, that piece. So that'll take me a whole 10 minutes or so to scuff that up. And then I'm going to get to work on taping the truck off and getting some paper on it. Probably going to remove these mirrors and the door lock. I'm not sure on the handles. I may just be careful and tape around those. I can't remember how those are held in. These mirrors are held in. They got those, I don't know if you can see it. Got these torque screws here, and then you have to take the inside panel off, and there's a bolt inside the door, that one big bolt that holds the mirror on. I'm gonna get to work on scuffing the front of this, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing next. I really need to get this truck primered. I'm not so sure on getting it painted this week. The weather isn't going to cooperate very good. I have to build the paint booth out here, which I think I showed you in the last video. I got to cut all that old plastic off of that down. Probably slide the whole thing. I got to move it around a little bit, get all this crap out of here. Put new plastic up, mount fans in that end. Not extremely hard to do, but needs to be done and takes time. But today's going to be pretty warm. It's supposed to be almost 90 degrees, I think, today. And tomorrow, not bad. But then the next couple of days after, actually the next 3 days after that, pretty good chance of rain, and can't really be painting when it's that humid out. I'm hoping the weather cooperates and I can get it painted this week. Arf. Oh. Anyway, I pulled this panel off. Apologize for the dinging on that. This thing, I don't know why, but it dings even if the key's in or out, whatever. It's always dinging if the door's open. Anyway, I took the panel down on this. There's just a bunch of screws around the outside, one down in the door handle, and then you pick up on it. It comes off pretty easy. You pick up on it, and then you have to kind of fish it off of the door handle. You actually don't need to take that, unscrew that if you're just doing this. But to get to the mirror, it's that bolt right there that it connects to an arm in there and goes out to the mirror. I don't remember what size that is, but you take that off, and then you take those two Torx screws off, and the mirrors come off. And then I believe for the door lock, all you do is you pop this out, and that cylinder will come out. There's a couple of rods inside the door that you have to kind of fish into place. Can be a pain. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or just tape it off. So I managed to get the whole truck scuffed up. I don't remember if I already said that or not. I've got it all papered, taped up, ready to go. I just got done wiping it down with wax and grease remover just a little bit ago. And I am going to put primer on this thing. I'm probably not going to film it, as I just want to get it done. At least get the primer on it. And I will try to film the actual painting when I do that, but right now I want to get primer on this thing. For those of you that I've talked to in the comments, which has been several, you know, I'm kind of under the gun to get this done. With harvest sneaking up, the crops are turning really fast, and I'm afraid we're going to get in the field here shortly. Right now it's outside here, it's I don't know, it was 90 or a little above. Now I think it's in the upper 80s. Clouds are moving in. A little bit humid, but not too terribly bad. Inside the shop here, it's actually cooler today. So I'm going to get set up and get some primer on this, and then I'll bring you back in when I have that done. It's another day, and I've been down here, cleaned out the area here. A little dark in here right now, but getting this set up so I can paint the white truck. This may not look like much. It's a little lopsided, and it's always been that way, but it works, and it actually works pretty well. Just made out of PVC pipe. My wife and my sister actually put this together. It's being pulled a little bit by a string up here in the middle. So it's kind of being pulled off that way and that way. So it's a little cattywampus, but it works. And once you get plastic around it, it's actually pretty solid. Got 2 ladders set up down here. Let me zoom out. With a board across here. Put a fan up on that board. Put one over here and then one over here. So it sucks air this way, and I just leave this end open and it blows it all out of there pretty darn good. So that's what I've been working on. I'm waiting until my wife gets home, which will be a couple of hours. I have to go get my daughter from school here in a minute. And then we're gonna put up this plastic. Got a roll of 10 foot by 100 foot plastic that we're gonna put over this paint booth apparatus. And then I will be able to get painting. I did get the truck primered, when was it? Not last night, I don't think it was 2 nights ago, I believe. And she's been sitting in here. I just got fans going and been sitting in here patiently waiting. Got a little bit of tiger striping on the hood. That may be due to painting technique, or that may be from the Harbor Freight gun that I used to spray the primer. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Most all of this primer is going to get, well, all of it's going to get sanded. So I think it's going to turn out pretty good. It may not turn out perfect, but I think it's going to be pretty good. So I'll get the plastic up on this after my wife gets home. It doesn't take very long to put the plastic up. Her and my sister, no, her and her mom actually put the plastic over this the last time I used it. So I'm not exactly sure how they do it. I think you just take it and you get it up over here and then just drape it down. Then they use this aluminum foil tape, this kind of stuff. Really, really super sticky stuff. A lot better than duct tape. And then they just tape it every so often onto the poles. It really worked well. The stuff I had before was a lot thinner than this. It was really, really, here's some remnants of it, and it's just really thin. It's fairly stretchy, but really thin. This is a little heavier stuff. So that should work pretty good. And then I set up my, well, hello kitty. You got a sore paw. I set up multiple halogen lights around the outside of this on both sides and shine light through the plastic because I don't have any explosion proof lights for painting. From what I've been told, that can be an issue, and I don't want to blow up. I really don't. One other thing I would like to do at some time is where all these boards are, there's a doorway into that side of the barn. The first quarter of the barn, I'll show you out here maybe. Well, it comes over to where the door is. So it's from there all the way over to here. That's all cement on the floor, which goes all the way down. It's like 60 feet down that way. Which would be really nice to be able to just walk through this door and be able to store stuff in there or whatever. Even thought about building an office in there of some kind. I actually would like to have an office down here of some kind. Problem is I don't have any internet. I could tether it off of my phone, but then I have data charges and I don't know. Haven't talked to the phone company. We have fiber optic internet and cable, and I don't know what it would take to get it installed down here. I would like to do that and keep this separate from the house. I don't know. Something I will have to look into. I even thought about putting some stairs or something and making that door up there into an office. There is a floor right up there. So anyway, we're gonna get the plastic up and the fans mounted and everything tonight. And I'm not sure when I'm going to get to painting. I would like to do it tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to have time. I did go and get paint today, which I'm just using Nason paint, which is, I think it's actually made by DuPont, but it's It's kind of a mid-range paint, I guess. Got the base, activator, and reducer, which I had some down here from doing my other truck, but not enough. I don't think. There might be half a can left. I don't know if I had enough or not. So I went and got more, which was $263. Well, I got a couple of tack rags and, let's see, cups and filters along with it. Also picked up a battery. And you want a battery. The one on this truck is something wrong with it. So picked up one of those. And then the clear I'm going to be using, I got this from, it's actually from Tamco, which I ordered that stuff through autobody101.com. And that's the clear that I'm going to be using. It's the next day, and for the first time since last spring, I guess, it's actually warmer here in the shop than it is outside, and it feels good. It's been raining for the last couple hours. Little damp and crappy out. I'm not sure how good you can see in here. It's kind of dark. Anyway, I got all the plastic up on this. It's not completely up yet. There's actually some water dripping on it from the roof. That's not good, but that'll dry up. I gotta go all along here and seal that up, go all along the edges. You can see where the plastic meets in there. I gotta tape all that up, do a little bit there just to hold it together and get everything a little tighter on these poles. And then back here, see where that ladder is and that ladder is, there's a board that'll go from the top of that ladder, and then it goes right on top of that step. Mount the fans on each side of those and cut a hole out. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow and get the fans mounted up and ready to go. I don't think I will be painting tomorrow, but let's see, not the next day, but the next day. So it's going to be a couple of days till I get white on the truck. But I think it's going to look pretty good when it gets all done. So that's my update on what is going on with the truck and the painting situation. The next video you see, it'll get paint on it. So please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. We'll catch you next time. Bye bye.